I want you to blow up, and I'm trying to figure out what is the model to help you do that so that it's a giant business for you.
It's not an easy question, Mr. Evan.
My man,
Hey, good morning.
I like the flowers. Look at that.
Thank you. It's my only nice shirt that I own. Are you impressed? I put it on for you.
Did you really?
No. But
Kyle is a gamer, a streamer, the leader of Team Positive Mental Attitude, an all-around good dude who went from being homeless and sleeping in his car in front of Walmart to now streaming and changing the lives of how many people watch your stream now?
usually about 200 to 300
Every
day.
Every day when he's going live. I love it. And I'm here to help. So what do we got, man? I'm a sponsor of this stream, and here we go. Gamer growth. What do we got?
I wanted to. I don't have anything. I just wanted to talk to you about everything. So I'm thinking to the future right now, right? Because season 10's over in week and a half.
Oh my gosh, dude! I lost all my games. It's crazy. I lost 3 games yesterday. We're slipping. I got to get the gold. Okay, keep going.
So I'm thinking to the future. I want to kind of get stuff set and rolling, and I want your ideas, so game plan rise, right? Season 11 preseason usually lasts a month. I want to get everything rolling. I want to go with your evergreen model on YouTube, which I have never done before. It's always been pretty basic. So I'm thinking about, having that, like I said, the evergreen content. So like a season 11 guide, Teemo top guide, jungle guide, or just overall guide. What do you think would be better? We'll start there. So I'm looking to do one guide a month because they take in a tremendous amount of editing, a lot of effort from my end, from the editor's end. So about one a month is going to be what we're going to do. What do you think would be the best kind of evergreen in mind? Teemo, top, maybe just season 11 in general. What do you think? Evergreen.
And none of it's evergreen, though. That's the problem, right?
None of it's evergreen.
But it's not. I mean, how to play Teemo when season... The idea with evergreen is it lives forever. At least a year. Right? I think if you're doing Teemo, it's too small. I think if you're doing season 11 changes, maybe, but it's not going to be evergreen. Like, that's going to be out. Like, in 3 months, it's going to be different. Something's going to change. They're going to have some crazy patch and going to make it... they're going to introduce something different, and then it won't make as much sense. I think it can help build your business. I think it can help get more people. I mean, I think looking at the growth of your stream has been mostly from, I found you through your first guide? I forget. You posted something on Reddit, and I think that's how I found. Somebody introduced it to me because he knew that I like Teemo. And you've got the growth from your YouTube channel. I don't know how it's going right now. Are you back on a regular schedule?
Yeah, we're back. It's in a decent spot. So COVID set unrealistic high standards because when COVID hit, at the beginning, it's like we were averaging like 20,000 views a video, like just like in the beginning stages, and we haven't changed anything, which probably isn't helping. But I'm averaging 10,000 a video, which is back to like a happy place for me.
But your frequency went down. You're back to normal now?
Yeah. Now we're back to normal. Back to.
I think it's helped. Obviously it's helped. I mean, it's helped you with your bank account, and it's helped you with your getting traction on your stream. It's still all like, look at the videos that pop. It's Teemo, Frozen Teemo.
It's all the wonky.
Not the stuff that you actually play.
That's why.
It's all Teemo stuff, right? It's all Teemo. It's not ultimately what you want to be building.
That's why I want to give, because like I said, I've never done educational content on YouTube. I've just been regular because I'm very fairly new to YouTube, less than a year doing it. So I'm trying to get into that educational content. I'm proud of content that will, be freaking good. So where do you think I should start? So you're saying, like, where do you think I should start?
Let me ask you this. If somebody's starting, like, look at the Team PMA people you got coming up, right? So Manko runs this team of positive mental attitude people.
40 strong. 40. We're doing it. We're making a difference, man.
Well, okay, so take somebody who is, Is anybody a full-time streamer in that group yet?
Yes, there are a couple.
Okay, so like 4,
Wrist,
10%?
wrist. I would say like 10, 20%.
10 out of
Yeah.
40 is okay. 10 out of 40 is not
Full time.
20%. Okay, good.
25.
It's happening. What do you think? Think about the people who are in the next 25%, like the next quarter. They're not full time yet, but they want to be. They'd love to quit their job. They'd love to make this a full time thing. Is it streaming? Like, where are they going to make the revenue fastest? Is it streaming or is it YouTube?
YouTube. YouTube is great.
So you think they'll have faster growth on YouTube than on their stream from YouTube ads?
What time period is fast? Within 1 month?
Whatever. Like the fastest way, if you had to pick, like obviously they're still streaming and building their audience, and you're going to help coach them and guide them and give them advice on how to do that. But if somebody's in that second bracket, they're making some money, but they're not full time yet, and they want to quit their job doing whatever, waiting tables or whatever they're doing. Will they get there faster with YouTube videos or with streaming on Twitch?
It's a hard question. It's not an easy question, Mr. Evan. YouTube is guaranteed, right? If you work at YouTube, you're guaranteed to make the money, where Twitch is not guaranteed. So if you're looking at it from like likeliness or like how they're going to make more money, if you give YouTube and Twitch both 6 months, YouTube's your best bet. But if you're talking like 1 to 3 months, I think Twitch is your best bet. Because Twitch is more randomized. Twitch is more like, oh, you can have a good month and you can have a bad month. But YouTube, once you're in, you're in.
So I was thinking about you on the weekend. I was talking to Nina about you on the weekend.
Talking to Nina about me?
Talking to Nina about you is happening.
Double date when? We're flying to Toronto.
We're driving in the car, talking to Nina. I want you to blow up, and I'm trying to figure out what is the model to help you do that so that it's a giant business for you. If there's a way that makes sense for me and for the team, right? I think the problem, Nina asked me, like, why haven't you, like, you're spending some time with Mako, and obviously he's coaching you on your stream or my gameplay, and I'm, doing this and sponsoring your things. Like, why haven't you partnered with Mako on something? Because I do that. This is what I love doing. I love taking a young entrepreneur and coaching them, building them up, and turning them into 6-figure entrepreneurs. Plus, and like, I don't know what to do that makes sense for me to make money with Mako yet. I don't know how to make it work yet. I don't know how to make it work. Like, if you think about YouTube, somebody's going to go on YouTube and now you're working with creators. So you're going to have 40 people underneath you or however many people. You need to build a model where you have editors which you can hire and build up these personalities. And then they're going to have to make a living and you guys are going to take a cut. And I don't see how I fit into, like, I just don't think there's enough pieces to go around that makes sense.
We have to make it make sense.
But that's
we
the
have
thing,
to get
right?
everyone on board. We have to figure
sense.
that algorithm out.
Well, I think that's probably the best bet. I just don't know how to get enough pieces. Like, one, you'd have to get really kick-ass good at YouTube. Like, this would have to be the business where obviously you're running your stream and you're running your own YouTube channel instead of working with other people. I mean, you can keep that channel going, but you have your own channel worked on YouTube, because you would have to become your organization, whether that's Sarah or people underneath you, would have to know how to turn gaming content into consistent, reliable, serious income growth that you can then replicate it across multiple people. That you could take it, what works for you, and then get 10 people and be able to do the same thing for them, where they're focused on the gameplay, you're focused on the YouTube.
Sarah is doing great. She is managing a channel right now, and she's learning all the ways of YouTube. I have full confidence in, like, a couple months, she could be a full-time editor if she wants, that pumps out good stuff. So we're getting there. I think just me pushing at my pace and growing, I think obviously with stream growth, YouTube growth, Twitter growth, I think it's all just going to create more opportunities for you to jump in for a slice of the pie. So I'm doing that. We always have to think of more ideas to do that and keep it going, because it's all snowball. Once you stop snowballing with that, it's a lot harder.
Sarah learning editing is fine. for now, just to kind of know the ropes and kind of understand it. But Sarah being the editor is not the plan. Just like you making Timo guides can't be the plan. Like, it's too small. It's good. It gets you. I mean, it could be a good little thing for the next 6 months or something, but it doesn't build the thing. It doesn't build the big thing, because you don't want to be the Timo guy. You don't want to make the videos on stupid builds that you don't actually believe in.
Well,
That
she would be head of like the YouTube everything, because she always has had the ideas. Now she has the skill to put it in motion. No, wouldn't that be like the head of us starting to manage other people's YouTubes and stuff? She's the brains, so it's like that's where it's going. She already has all the ideas, right? She has ideas for years, you know. Right now it's like we were needing an editor to put those ideas into motion. She becomes the editor. She already has the ideas. Boom, she puts out that YouTube content.
Yeah, that's what you need to.
That's what
create. You need to have Sarah be able to step up to that role where you can afford to hire an editor and figure out your methodology to blow up channels. Because is it right now how you blow up a channel is do stupid builds, or I don't know if you want to call it stupid builds, but cheese builds or wonky builds, friendly. Right? Because if I took any of those builds and said, Manko, let's play your build, you would just tear me a new one. It's like, don't even look at that. Never. You're basically telling me not to watch your YouTube channel.
I call it reality TV.
Right. So, is that the model? And then you're going to teach other people how to come up with wonky builds. So you're taking your 40 people or your next 10 people or whatever and say, hey, I need you to make one video every 2 days with a new wonky build. And here are some ideas, and we'll turn that into content. It doesn't really super align with PMA, though, apart from the fact that you're helping them build their stream and make more money. And PMA is kind of like buried underneath it as opposed to being front and center. But you don't have a reliable content model apart from that works yet.
Yeah, I see where you're going for. Would it be? Yeah. YouTube is, YouTube's hard because, we're locked in, like we talked about for 4 years still. So it's like, what is there for me to do with my current situation?
But you can create a second channel, right?
No, not league related.
Really? I thought that was part of the deal. You can create a second channel.
Yeah. If it's not league related, not pertaining to, not league related.
Jesus Christ. That's terrible. For what you want to do, you have to have some level of control over it. Otherwise, YouTube isn't the thing. Because if you can't even control your own channel, then you don't have anything to point to. Testing a model on your next person. So, Sarah's already managing somebody else's channel.
And it's doing great. Seeing great growth. It's still on the smaller scale, but it's like percentage-wise, it's doing great. Right.
So what numbers do you need to hit that it makes sense for you and Cake and an editor and the creator who's part of this, right? And then me if I'm a part of it.
Yeah. Is just based off instinct and intuition, is there another business model besides YouTube?
I mean, I'm getting into. So I invested in the Queens, right? So Queens is the female gaming collective, and their first
question: is there any info on them yet? Because I checked on the website; it said coming soon.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll keep me updated though, because it seems very interesting.
It is. I can't talk too much about it yet. I mean, I know all the info because I put money into it, but it's not public yet, but coming. But phase one for them is going to be management, right? So helping either high-level creators or high-level players or creators with an audience. It doesn't always sync up. Like there's a bunch of people who are in gold and have huge audiences, so it doesn't always match up to high level. But managing them, helping them get brand deals, helping them get sponsorship deals, helping them run the business, which a lot of gamers have no idea. And then take a piece. So if you're bringing in a 5-6 figure deal for them, you take a cut of that. That's a significant, right? Most agency fees, typically you're looking in like the 20 to 30% range for an agency fee. So that's significant money. But that's not the problem. You and Kate don't have the connections yet to make that happen, or the business savvy negotiating skills yet to make that happen. You can develop that, but that's a road to figure out, right? Like that's a and I think it's worth getting the business savvy so that you don't sign bad deals. Or just send it to me first and I'll take a look at it for free and give you some feedback on it. So I think there's a bunch of models that can work. I think though it's just too far outside what you're great at.
Get there.
Yeah, it's like that could be a 3-year, 5-year, 10-year path, but it's not 2021. So I think it's got to be either the stream or the YouTube side.
Yeah, I with Team PMA, it's great. It's going great. We actually are getting a sponsorship deal for, it's very small. So I have a sponsorship deal coming up that I'd love to tell you all about soon when it's more developed. But also they asked for another streamer that, I'm friends with or I recommend, and they're going to get a sponsorship deal. So it's in the baby steps of, that, what we just talked about. But thing is, it's like, I feel like that's not something I should be monetizing, right? It's like, I wouldn't say it's against morals or anything, but it sounds like something that's what I would like to do for Team PMA. That's like one of the things of joining and one of being on the team. Like that's something I just want to include, not monetize. Is that a weird thought? Is that like, talking crazy? Because,
well, making money is important. It's important for them. It's important for you. Like even this of me I'm trying to figure out how can I help Kyle make more money? Like for example, two of the recent investments that I made, we made a deal where I'm up until they're making $100,000. I'm coaching, I'm mentoring, I'm making introductions. I take half of everything up until $100,000. And then after $100,000 a year, it starts to go down to my part being down to 25%. So now they're taking 75%, I'm taking 25%. I'm mentoring them every week. I'm coaching, helping, making introductions, connections. I don't know. That doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work. I can't think how that works for you because that the money is too important. Like, let's think about what you did. Like, you just moved. You got your house. It's amazing, right? You have a reliable income stream. It's awesome. It's not that you're going off on giant vacations and blowing, huge money on diamond rings and stuff, but you got your life, which is fantastic. But if you can't, when you can figure out how to help other people make money and you make money in the process too, everybody ends up winning. So it's fine giving a sponsorship deal to somebody, and I'll give stuff away for free all the time too. But if you can make it make sense that, like, if you're taking 25% of the deal for introducing a connection, if that's a $500 deal, then it doesn't really make a difference. If that's a $50,000 deal, now it starts to make a difference, and you'll be more required to get in and negotiate and sign the deals and that kind of stuff. Which is where I want to be thinking of how can we build this into something much bigger, and what are the skills that you have right now that could help them get there? Because finding deals and negotiating deals, I don't think is your strong suit yet.
I would agree. I humbly agree.
But so that's fine, right? It's like, hey, if that's really what you want to do, we can work on developing that skill set. But the guys and the ladies at Queens, that's what they're really good at. So they're going on what they're fantastic at. Themselves are not streamers, but they're business operators and negotiators. So it's like using what you got to build something amazing. So for your Team PMA, I think YouTube is the easiest bet because the stream, let them handle the stream, let them do what they're doing. I think the model is be part of Team PMA, as Michael will give you the coaching, every 2 weeks you're on a public, not public, but in your private Facebook group or Discord live or whatever. Can you go live inside a Discord group? Yeah, you can. Where you're doing coaching and mentoring, and it's like just office hours to talk about how to grow a stream on Twitch. And then you take the people who you see potential in and you help them build YouTube channels. And you manage it, you run it, you manage it, you thumbnail it, you title it, you do the whole thing. And all they have to do is create one video every 2 days for you around a certain topic.
Yeah, I think that's reachable. I think with a little, little confidence boost, a little mojo, I think that's doable. Because like I said, like that would be me and Kate just teaming up together, and we could totally make that happen between me trying to get them exposure with whatever I can, and Kate running like the YouTube. I think it's reachable. I think that is a win-win, because it's like they're growing their YouTube, they're getting our support, and Kate does a bang-up job, and that's why, like, what she's pretty much doing that right now, and she's doing great at it. So yeah, that is the game plan.
We just need to figure out the model to make it bigger. So one, content type. Right now, the only thing that you figured out that works is the weird builds. What else? What else can we put into the mix?
The thing is, it's like with League YouTube, other stuff works, but at what cost, right? So say you put together a nice educational piece. Well, you can only do that like once a week, once every couple of days, if you really have editors pulling, because it's a lot of editing. All the educational piece, editing. Also, it's like you're putting the resources, which is like what, say, for a nice educational piece, just say like 4 hours of editing, right? Put 4 hours editing, you put another 4 hours of the streamer's time making that educational piece. That educational piece gets maybe 10% more views than the standard wonky build. And that's kind of the norm for a league. There's only a select few channels that do educational content on a daily basis that's reliable. Those are like skill caps, like those big corporates. There's very few content creators that do educational content on a regular basis that outdoes the normal crazy build.
And it may be personality driven. Like it may be, and I know we got to go soon, but it may be personality driven. It's just entertainment. But so not as much about the build, but about the gameplay and the entertainment inside, or could be about the education inside of the gameplay itself. Like I don't have the answer for you,
but find a way to make it work.
Yeah, but we only have one thing that's working right now, which is the wonky builds, which isn't super in line of what you want to be doing anyway. So hard to build something big off the back of it. You need a game plan to help somebody inside Team PMA build a $20,000 a month minimum YouTube channel.
Well, you shoot for the stars with that one. Can we start at 10,000 a month? 5,000?
No, I'm not. Like for everybody to make money, that's where you need to be.
Well, hot diggity dog. I get to work.
I want to build them a 6-figure business. I want them to make 6 figures a year plus just from their YouTube channel. This is why making money is important. Because if you can start to make people at Team PMA 6-figure businesses just from YouTube, even if their streaming revenue is 0, things start to blow up. Their channels start to blow up. Team PMA starts to blow up. It's not just a volunteer side hustle thing. It's now you're really changing their lives. But that's the starting point. That's where I want you to think is the start. Because for them to make, I want them to make 6 figures. I want you and Cake to make money, which has to be at a certain level, right? If you're going to take 30%, plus hire editors to now manage these channels and be on top of comments and all of the channel management, right? Plus somebody else, like if I'm coming in on it, it's got to be at a certain level or it doesn't make sense. If it's a $5,000 a month thing, that's a great thing for them and for you and Cake, and we're a little bit above break even, but we have to figure out the model to get to 20K. That's why I'm struggling. Like, how do I make money with Manco? We need a plan to get to $20,000 a month from new YouTube channels.
And I don't think it's possible. I think you always do good at thinking big, which is where I lack. So thank you for the insight. I know we have to go, but I think that's where I'm struggling, because right now my channel is at 5,000 a month, right? It's like right on the button. It is at 5,000 a month, so I can't see it at 20, but you can. So I need to work for that, and that's the game plan.
20 is the minimum, dude. It's like I just need a path to 20. I want it.
That's
to
peanuts.
be
That's just
50,
like me. Just
50 now. 50 a month. Everybody's doing super well.
I'm slacking at 20,000 a month. I got to work on it.
But we need the plan to get to 20. Okay. Anyway, think about it. Talk to Kate.
It's a good plan.
Great plan. Going. All right.
Okay.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Do you want to see the last one-on-one I did with Carmichael? Check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.